What is up, guys? Dylan here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over my new side-by-side unit. This is the Segway Fugleman UT10X. There are two different models of this unit that you can get in North America. There's the UT10X and the UT10E. I'm going to go over this quick spec sheet with you guys so you guys can know exactly what you're looking at here before we get into the video and give you my thoughts, kind of a walk around, and why I purchased this thing. If you've seen my previous videos on YouTube, I'm big into four-wheelers. This is my first side-by-side. I had a long, hard decision to make before I bought this side-by-side, and I'm going to explain to you why before the end of this video. But I'm going to go ahead and give you some of the features. LED head lighting, or LED accent lighting. It's got the running lights. You can see them. They're on LED. Those are halogen projectors. They're honestly not that great. You see the light bar that's on there. That's an aftermarket accessory. Winch, 4,500 pounds. Comes on the UT10X. This is the UT10X model. In North America, the UT10X is $17,000 MSRP. I paid $15,500 out the door for this thing because I'm value minded. I talked my dealer down a little bit and I got a good deal on it. I believe the UT10E is $14,500, $15,000 in the US, right at. That's the less equipped model, but this X model comes with that bumper and that winch. Both units come with LED lighting. However, the X does come with these beadlock rims and these Wanda tires on them. They're off-brand tires, but they're kind of like Maxxis Bighorns. It's got a pretty stout suspension on it. You can see in there. The doors come on the UT10X. They do not come on the UT10E. Both units have a dump bed that I think is capable of carrying around 1,000 pounds. You've got this rear bumper. I'm not actually sure if that's on the UT10E or not, but it is on the UT10X as it's right here. It does have a full 2-inch receiver on this thing, guys, which is pretty impressive. This thing can tow like 2,500 pounds. That's pretty dope for a side-by-side, a little sport wreck one like this. It's like, you know, sport work unit. The Fugleman here, the Fugleman as I like to call it as a joke, it's pretty well built so far. I've ridden it a couple times out on the trail. It's pretty hard, got into some mud, even needed the winch, and I'm pretty impressed with it. That's about it for the features on this thing. It is 4-wheel drive. It has 2 different modes. It's got, or 3 different modes. It's got rear wheel, 4-wheel, and then 4-wheel locking differential, but it only locks the front. So normally the way it is right now, you can see this right here. This is very similar to what you would find on like a Yamaha Grizzly. It works. You press this to go into 4-wheel drive. You can see on the unit right here I'm in 2-wheel drive. If I press this, it would go into 4-wheel drive, and then if I wanted to lock it, I would slide this guy right here over. After the 4-wheel drive's engaged like this, slide it over, and then I can lock up the front differential right here. Now flip that back, unlock everything. It's all actuated electronically. It's got a spot for your winch that comes in here. This is a standard winch. It's not wireless. It's in the glove box over here. You've got a cigarette lighter plug down here and some USB ports up here. The other feature that the UT10X has that the UT10E does not have is that center stack right there. It has mapping on it, gives you some telemetry, stuff like that. I'll show you more about that in a ride video, but it's pretty cool stuff. Stuff you don't really see on a side-by-side. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. It's been fairly impressive. I think this thing has around 12 inches of ground clearance altogether. You can see that little yellow or orange noodle in the background. Well, I had a third passenger in here. I've tested this thing with 2 full-size adults and then a child. The child can hit their head on that rear bar right there whenever you go over a bump, so I put that little noodle in there to kind of protect the helmet area. But that's it for the feature list. It has performed really well, guys. I don't know what to say about it other than it's made by Segway, and I don't know if I trust the reliability yet, to be honest with you. Only time will tell. But the build quality of this thing is rock solid. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. I love the powder coated frame. The suspension doesn't squeak, it doesn't moan, it just does everything it needs to do. It does it pretty well. I'm gonna have a full ride video on this a little bit later. I've got some content that I need to just get edited up for you guys, but check out these seats. This is some grippy material right here. Nice bolstering right here for a bench. I mean, I would understand like bolstering like this on a sport side-by-side, but we've got bolstering on a bench. That's pretty dope. Cup holders, storage, Now, there's my winch. I put this in here. This is just filter media that you would get for like your home air system filter. I put this in here just to keep that winch and stuff from getting rattled or getting beat up from rattling around. That's it. I literally just put it in there as like a buffer. There's plenty of storage underneath the seat right here. You can put a big box underneath there. Lots of storage down below. On driver, center passenger, and side passenger, everybody's got storage. Everybody's got a cup holder. All the switches and everything feel really high quality. I do have a couple complaints about this though, because when I checked out the unit, oh, I didn't tell you about this. This is also storage, and this little thing can pop out right here. I don't know how functional it is or useful it is, but you can definitely throw a jacket, a hat, maybe some drinks in here and ride around with it. Keep it fairly secure. I don't know that I'll ever actually like pop this thing loose and take it inside with me, but I guess it's better than not having it. Pros of the unit are it's really fast for its size. I mean, it feels really good out there on the trail. It's very snappy. It's very fun to drive. It's got 3 different modes of power steering that you can adjust from your phone. The damn thing, you can check on it with your phone. You can literally open up the Segway app after you've logged into it and set up your account, and you can see where it's sitting, how much fuel it's got in it. You can adjust the power steering, you know, how you want your units to measure, you know, miles per hour, kilometers, all that stuff. Everything's built into the phone. It's pretty techy. It's like, I think Dirt Track said it best, like the Tesla side-by-sides. It's pretty cool. So far, there's a lot of good, not a lot of bad. If I had to bitch about some things for you guys and just complain a little bit, I think it could do with a little bit better suspension on it. The suspension is actually really good. I'm not trying to beat on the suspension at all. I was very impressed with 3 people in this thing going down the trails at 30 miles per hour, almost 40 miles per hour, hitting bumps. Soaked every bit of it up. It was honestly fantastic. However, when I was by myself and I really wanted to push this thing, I'm talking like I'm going through the trails and I'm just hauling the mail. We're doing 50 miles an hour and I'm just beating on this thing, hitting big whoops, and treating it like it's, you know, some kind of sport razor. It definitely shows its weakness. It is definitely not out there to, you're not going to be jumping this thing. You probably could. You could probably jump it, you know, 2, 3, 4 feet in the air, and it probably wouldn't hurt it. But if you get any crazier than that, you're probably going to maybe do some damage to this thing. The power steering on it is fantastic. The 3 different modes that it has, all of them are great. I prefer to leave it in the comfort mode, and it just works. I don't even need to adjust it. The thing is point and shoot. It does exactly what it needs to do. Overall build quality, it doesn't squeak. Everything works as it should. There hasn't been a single rattle on it, and I put miles and miles and miles on it. This right here is kind of hard to open. Maybe I'm just a wimp, but as you can see, it popped up right there. And it's really hard to relatch it. You got to really get in there to latch that thing back down. But it does fully tilt over. It kind of got caught on the pods right there. I need to adjust those. I'm still playing with the lighting on it. But the dump box is a little hard to open, if I had to complain. Well, I mean, damn, what am I going to complain about? There's not that much to complain about on this thing. It really is pretty rock solid. If I had to complain, there's the suspension that I think could be better. It could have some kind of like name brand shock on it, Walker Evans, Fox, something like that. The dump box is a little hard to open. Again, I'm just bitching to bitch here, guys. I'm not, you know, I really can't find too many things about this thing I didn't like on my first, you know, couple rides of it. Oh, Dirt Tracks also said this in their review. The damn beepers, man, turning it on, not having the park brake set, the doors open, the thing's on in reverse. It's just so annoying. Like, I get it, it's a safety feature and it's justified, but man, is it a pain in the butt. Or it's not really a pain in the butt, it's just really irritating and aggravating to listen to, honestly. Like, it's just obnoxious. I'm not even going to make you guys listen to it because you'll hate it. Overall build quality of this thing is really solid though. Check this out, guys. I've never seen UTV doors that had 0 rattle to them. See this right here? I'm really wiggling this thing. I'm like really trying to like move it, and it does not rattle. Both sides. Really amazing. Build quality is sharp, man. It's high quality shit. I don't know what else to say about it. I hope if you guys have one in your region that you'd be willing to go to your dealer and at least look at one. I don't know about the long-term reliability of this thing. I wish I did. I wish I had an answer for that. I don't know who makes their engine. I've been trying to find that out. If you guys know, please leave it in the comments below. I'm going to show you a picture of the engine. I'm going to get down here so you guys can see it. I don't know who's making this engine. It says Segway on it. You can see right there. It looks really similar to a Yamaha. I'm not going to say it's Yamaha, but I looked at the cylinder heads on it, and it looks like a Yamaha motor to me. It looks like exact the same motor you would find in the Wolverine, the Yamaha Wolverine 1000. That's what it looks like to me. I'm probably wrong, but that's what it looks like. It looks very, very, very similar to that motor. I can attest to the 104 horsepower. The thing gets up and goes. It's plenty fast. It seats 2 people really comfortably, adult and a child. 2 adults and a child works just fine. 3 adults you'd be getting a little close. The bed, I haven't tested out the capacity on that yet. I'm going to do a video on it. We're going to put 1,000 pounds in the bed of this thing and see how well it does. Then we're going to drive with it. I haven't seen anybody on YouTube do that yet, and we're going to get it done. I'm going to leave you with this, guys. The machine's build quality is amazing. At the price I paid for it, $15,500 out the door, even if I would have paid the full-on $17,000 for this thing, to get beadlock rims, to get doors, to get the center stack touchscreen, the LED lighting, the multi-levels of power steering, the winch, just the fit and finish and the high-quality powder-coated frame. If I were to buy a Polaris, which I'm loyal to Polaris. I'm a Polaris fanboy. I got a lot of Polarises. I enjoy them. They're great products. Polaris makes a hell of a machine. If I were to buy the Polaris equivalent, the General would be this thing's closest competition. And I'm gonna let this car go by. I decided to do this in my front yard before it got dark. It's starting to get dark super early now. We're in the fall. If I were to buy the General and I spec'd it out like this, I would have paid $25,000, guys, for a toy, off-road toy, so that I can have a little bit of utility. I can get 2 or 3 people in here to go out to the lake, go out to the trails, go out and have some fun, you know, enjoy myself. I could pay 15, which is what I paid, 15.5, or let's just say 17. I could pay 17, or I could pay 25, and I rolled the dice. I wish that was damped. Again, I'm trying to find things to complain about, but it's not damped. It could be damped, but it isn't. It does work, though. I'm over 200 pounds, so I'm not going to test this thing out and break it in front of you guys. But it says this thing right here can hold 200 pounds. Do you guys want to see a torture test? Do you really want to see one? I'm literally like 280 pounds, and this tailgate says that it says it can hold 200 pounds. If I set on this and break this for this video, you guys got to give me at least a like, all right? Share the video. Be nice. If I break this damn thing while setting on it, I'm 80 pounds overweight, okay? I'm a fat guy. I'm about to set on this and see if I can break it. I am putting my full weight on this thing right now, 280 pounds, and it doesn't seem like it likes it very much, but hey, these little bitty metal straps here, they did the job. Okay, so it's rated at 200 pounds. I just put 280 pounds on it. Thing shuts super solid. High quality build here, guys. I can't complain about too many things on here. You can see my little light pods on the back. That's aftermarket. Light pod up front. Again, I'm gonna have a video on these light pods soon. They're, for the price, they're just stupid fantastic. You could find a better one out there for sure, and it would cost you a lot of money. But for like the $50 that I paid for all 3 of these lights, they're really good. Oh man, be watching out for that one. Seriously, if you guys have ATVs or side-by-sides, you should be looking at this light. Even if you don't ride at night, you should have this light. It's amazing. But anyway, guys, that's it for the Segway Fugleman, the UT10X. There's the UT10X and the UT10E again. Thanks for your time. I know it's been a while since I posted an update on the channel. COVID happened. I had a couple surgeries. Life gets in the way, but it's time to play. And I've got the Fugleman, and I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on this thing, guys. I'm going to show you exactly what she's capable of. I'm going to beat on it. I'm going to try and break this thing before the warranty's up. I mean, I'm really going to put it through its torture test. And hopefully the Fugleman here can stack up to the competition. Because I think what's going to happen, guys, I'm going to leave you with this. If you're still here, and I appreciate you if you are. I don't make these videos to make money or anything like that. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers right now while I'm making this video. So I don't make any money off these videos. I just do this stuff so that people who care, want to know this information, and just want to watch some off-road riding content, you know, they have it. I'm going to leave you with this. This machine I bought for $15,500. After this machine's been out in North America for a couple of years, I bet it's $20,000. I would be willing to bet you money that you're going to be paying $20,000 MSRP for this thing, because if it does hold true and the reliability is good, everybody's going to want one, because it's a Polaris General, tricked Polaris General for half the cost, or, you know, not quite half, but, you know, 40% off. And it's cool. It stands out. It's new. It's unique. If the damn thing holds up and the engine is good, the transmission's good, I don't see why, for any reason, that these aren't going to jump in price like crazy. I think they're at a low price point right now because they're new. They're unfamiliar. They got to entice you. They got to get you in here to buy this thing, which is what they did for me. I hope I didn't waste my money. I'm going to be really mad if I spent 15 grand on something that doesn't work. But there's been no sign so far, not a single one, that was going to be the case. That is literally, there's been no sign to me that this thing is not going to perform as expected and not hold up. It doesn't squeak. It doesn't rattle. It got itself in and out of mud. You're going to see that soon. Climbs hills. It holds people. It can haul stuff. I mean, it's pretty cool. Oh, one thing I do want to complain about here. Two things. I did find some extra complaints. These are legitimate complaints. In North America, at least at my dealer, they said the turn signals don't work. Also in Europe, they get a windshield. Euro models, Canada models get a European models, Canada models get a windshield. They also get turn signals that work. Now it's still working turn signal stock, but the turn signals don't work. Now the horn works. Beep beep. The horn works fine. Turn signals don't. That kind of bothers me. Because I saw the video online and I thought it was pretty cool that this thing had turn signals. To be honest with you, what the really annoying thing about it is, we're going to get down here and look, is there are literally turn signal bulbs. But there are no turn signals that work. I don't know if the relay is just not hooked up. The dealer said they didn't know why. I thought it was a little weird. There's also one other thing I want to complain about. My dealer said it didn't come with it in North America. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. There's supposed to be a 2-inch receiver in there with a ball on it ready to rock and roll. At least in the Euro models, that's what I saw, Canada models. There was one in there. There's not. There is a fastening nut right there, which is kind of nice. It'll keep your hitch from rattling. And then that plug right there, I believe, is Euro style. Doesn't want to open. But it's bound on there pretty tight, but it's European style plug. You'd have to get some kind of adapter if you wanted to haul a trailer and have your lighting. I'll probably never haul a trailer and have my lighting with this thing hooked up, but I like the idea that if I needed to, I could. So I'm a little salty about that. I want my hitch, and I want my windshield and my turn signals. And if I got all those things, I would literally sell this thing to everybody and say it's the most amazing thing on the planet. You should buy it. What are you doing? I still think it's really great. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. It's been long. I don't want to keep you anymore. We're 18 minutes in. This is the Segway Fugleman. I'm going to start it up, let you hear how she sounds, and then be on the lookout. I'm going to be making some more content about this thing, so if you're interested, if I've piqued your interest, if you're thinking about this thing a little bit, stick around. I should have some answers for you, and if there's anything specific you want to know about the unit, please leave me a comment. I have the thing right here. I have the resource that you're looking for. If you have a question about it, leave me a comment, and I'll try and answer it. If it's, you know, something you want to see, or you want me to try and do something with it, take it through the mud, climb hills, rocks, whatever. If you're interested in seeing it function because you're interested in purchasing it, let me know, and I'll see if I can't get a video out, or, you know, get your comment answered, something. Get you some kind of like assurance that it can do whatever it is you're asking it to do, or maybe it can't do it. I'm not sure. But I'm going to go ahead and start this thing up if I can find the door handle. I'm new to this side-by-side game with doors, and I'm not 100% used to like looking for the handle. I also just tried to turn the key. It's got push button start. All right, we're running. Pretty quiet off of an idle, to be honest with you. We're right here next to the exhaust. Sorry about that, I just had to do it. But yeah, I mean, it sounds okay. It doesn't sound terrible. And I'm enjoying it so far. So far, Segway has impressed me. You know, for a company who makes scooters, they've really jumped into this with a forward-thinking, bleeding-edge approach to side-by-sides. I think it's pretty cool. There's also a Segway Villain out there. My dealer didn't have one of those for me to look at, and I haven't got a chance to experience one yet, but if I get an opportunity, I'm definitely going to try one. I heard these things are even coming out with hybrid models soon. They have like 200 horsepower, which is absolutely friggin' nuts. But hey, I'm going to rev it up for you. You guys can see the RPMs hoppity hop, and then that's going to do it for the video. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.